Hey guys, welcome to the JW Untold channel. So we already gone through four major countries, main countries where the WatchTower gets huge amount of money from donations. Let's go through these four major countries quickly before we see this new country. And every time we have a look at new country, the amount is just incredible. It's just astonishing, honestly. So we got Belgium here. Belgium made a total donations of 57, almost $58 million. And the WatchTower managed to get almost $59 million. They got a bit more money than in donations because of investments that they managed to do in Belgium. And if you want to go and see what happened in that country for each year, you may go and see this video in one of my videos that I did before. And also we also got Australia number 2 here. Australia donated a total amount of $206 million, and the WatchTower managed to take $172 million for themselves. Britain managed to donate £678.5 million. That's insane. And the WatchTower managed to get almost £500 million in their pockets. And Canada is just astonishing here. Canada donated $757 million. The Jehovah Witnesses, obviously. And the WatchTower managed to funnel out $622 million to their pockets. Who is they? I don't know, because no one knows where this money goes. There is no statements. There is not any accountability where this money is going. They're just saying that they're building holes. They're just saying to help the needy of Jehovah Witnesses, but there is no account that Jehovah Witnesses will say, the WatchTower helped me out from their own pockets. Only the local members will help out each other. So let's have a look at this new country. So let's have a look at the totals for these four countries. So this new country that we're going to see is Ireland. Let's have a look at the Jehovah Witnesses, how much money they donated in the last 10 years. And remember, just to keep in mind, in Ireland, there's active 7,775 baptized publishers in this country. So let's have a look at the amount of money that they've donated. And just to keep in mind too, this is the documents, the official documents from Ireland Tax Department of the Jehovah Witnesses statements here, as you can see, for every single year. So let's go through every year. Let's have a look at the amounts that they've donated. Okay, let's start with 2013. Let's have a look how much money the Jehovah Witnesses in Ireland had or how much money they donated and how much money they had to play with. So in the year 2013, the Jehovah's Witnesses in Ireland had a 4.1 million euros in the bank account. Donations and other bits and pieces was for 1.1 million pounds. Long-term investments, they had a long-term investment of 3.6 million pounds. And expenses, so the expenses here that the WatchTower or the Jehovah's Witnesses in Ireland claims to spend is in missionary work, in Bible education, and charitable activities. There's no specific of what are these things, but we all know that what charitable activities does the WatchTower do? 0%. So who knows what they mean by this? Maybe the charitable activities is to fix their own kingdom halls or to build their own kingdom halls. No one knows. Bible education, well, they just stand there in a cart all day long and knock on people's doors and won't know anymore. Just standing on the streets doing nothing. So that's apparently an expense, and that which the WatchTower claims. That's interesting because that's the publisher's own expense. The WatchTower doesn't expend any money on these sort of things. The congregation itself does all the purchases, maintenance of these cards, buys them and everything. So I'm not sure why they're claiming these expenses, but anyway, they are claiming this. So expenses for the WatchTower was 3.8 million euros. Interesting, eh? So we got the total here at the bottom, so just keep an eye on the totals for each year and it will keep increasing to see what is the total for the last 10 years. So in 2014, the bank account of the Jehovah's Witnesses in Ireland went down to 3.4 million pounds or euros. Donations and others was 1.9 million euros, so it went up by 800,000 euros actually. And long-term investments was zero. Interesting. Maybe there was a new policy in the government in Ireland or something. Who knows? Expenses again, they claimed 3.8 million euros in expenses. Wow, that's quite a lot of money in Bible education, isn't it? When the WatchTower doesn't spend a cent. It's only the local congregations that they spend the money, and the local parishes, or the local Jehovah's Witnesses, I should say. 2015, the bank account of the Jehovah's Witnesses in Ireland, they claim to have only 2.1 million euros. Donations went up. Wow, look at this, 5.2 million euros. Wow, that's a five-fold increase. And long-term investments, they had a 36,000 euros in investment, and expenses went up again to 4.4 million euros. Wow, must be the Bible education, definitely, because charitable activities, none. Missionary work, the missionary work, really? They will spend 4.4 million euros in missionary work? I don't think so. So it must be Bible education. Bible education costs a lot of money, honestly, to get two people to sit on the streets, and all the expenditure, all the expenses is covered by the all locals, Jehovah's Witnesses, but the local congregation. The WatchTower doesn't put a cent, and they seem to claim a lot of money. Anyhow, let's keep going. And remember, keep an eye on the total amount of at the bottom here, because this will start increasing and increasing. Yeah, I've converted this into the US dollar so we can see what's the US dollars here. So total donations is 9.3 million US dollars, and total expenses in missionary charitable expenses is 8.6 million dollars US dollars. All right, let's keep going to 2016, guys. Bank account in 2016 was 1.3 million euros, and donations and others 2.5 million euros. Oh, it went down half, 50%. Wow. And long-term investments was up to 126,000 euros. Expenses was quite high as well, 3.3 million euros. 2017, let's have a look at 2017. So we got 543,000 euros in the bank account. What's going on? They're diminishing the amount of money that they are keeping in the bank account. Interesting, eh? Let's have a look at donations as 2.1 million pounds. Investments went up again, 246,000 pounds now, and expenses was 1.9, almost 2 million pounds as well. 2018, we've got in the bank account, we got 1.6 million euros. Donations and others was 2.4 million euros, and investments was zero, and expenses was quite high as well, 2.3 million euros. So they're always expending a lot of money in Ireland, the Jehovah's Witnesses. They're claiming a lot of expenses. Interesting. 2019, they had a 3.4 million euros in the bank account. Donations was up again, 3.5 million euros, and investments was 500,000 euros. 1.7 million euros in expenses again, they claim. 2020, they got a 4.4 million euros in the bank account, and donations was 2.1 million euros. Again, another $500,000 in long-term investments, and expenses, they claim expenses of almost 1.5 million euros in that year. So far the total of in the US dollars is 23 million US dollars in donations, and total expenses is 25 million US dollars. So they're spending more than what they're receiving. They're trying to make themselves go in red, I guess. They're spending more money than what they're receiving. It must be good for some reason to show that they are in the red, not making any profit. 2021, so bank account total was 3.6 million euros, and donations was 2 million euros, and again another $500,000, 500,000 euros in investments, and expenses again was a total amount of 2.4 million euros. And the last year that we're going to have a look at is 2022. So bank account total was 5.2 million euros, 5.2 million euros. Donations was 4.1 million euros, 500,000 again in long-term investments, and expenses again in 2.6 million euros. So that's a grand total, guys, of total donations for the Jehovah Witnesses in Ireland is 32.5 million US dollars, and total expenses in missionary and charitable and Bible education is 31.4 million US dollars. So that is a crazy amount. I would reckon that charitable activities and Bible education and missionary work, that is altogether, comes all together as a lump sum to the WatchTower Tract Society as a expense for the Ireland Jehovah Witnesses. I reckon that is the purpose of these huge amounts of expenses, I reckon, because Jehovah Witnesses do, or the WatchTower doesn't do any of these things, and obviously the Jehovah Witnesses in any country doesn't do any of these things. So, well, missionary work they do, but not to this amount for one country. Bible education, surely not. And charitable activities, well, WatchTower doesn't do any charitable activities. So I think this is a disguise of names or expenses that the WatchTower claim so they can get the money from Ireland into their pockets as an expense. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching, and let's have a look what is the next country with huge amounts of donations and expenses. Thank you guys for watching.